Okay, so it is 5:40 in the morning. I don't know, I just kind of woke up and felt like it was time to exercise. But I wanted to do this treadmill video. So first what I'm going to show you is how easily and how freely Soko gets on the treadmill on his own. And I'm going to go ahead and say that it wasn't that way in the beginning. Maybe 1 out of 10 dogs is going to hop on a treadmill and just be like, oh, this is awesome, I know what I'm doing. There's going to be initial resistance due to not understanding what the heck is going on. You can be the type of individual who's going to help them get through that moment and not stop the second they freak. If you're emotional, the dog is going to eat you alive. If you are determined enough to show them this isn't a bad thing, it's not a big deal, check out what you can do, check out how this can benefit you. It develops trust, it develops a bond, it develops a follow through on your end long enough where you can ride out that craziness. The cool thing is, I'm going to show you how Soko is. I'm going to show you 2 new dogs. One, Lucy, a fearful dog who knows her history. I think she was a puppy mill dog. Her owners are great now. They just rescued her. She's had a broken leg. It healed on its own. She walks a little bit funny, a little bit like an ostrich. She's a super cute dog, but she's a fearful dog. She whines and cries as if she's dying for every little thing. Buster's actually the same way. You're gonna get to see this. So these are actual fearful dogs. I've personally worked with a good amount of fearful dogs on the treadmill, and seeing them get over that initial wave and seeing that confidence start to build up is an awesome thing. So that's what's going through my mind when I proceed to do this. So first we're gonna grab my dog, Soko. Good boy. So we're gonna set this up here. Ready? Good boy. My baby's pretty much got it down. No leash, no nothing. He's doing this on his own. I could leave, I could walk around, and he's fine. This allows me to do work. This allows me to give him extra exercise, not taking the place of the walk. That's very important. I don't want you people getting lazy out there. That's not what this is for. But this is good mental exercise, this is good trust exercise, this is good confidence building exercise for both the owner and the dog, especially the owner in the beginning stages of teaching them this. There's so much that it does help with aggressive dogs. If you have dogs that react or that have impulse issues with other dogs walking around, once a dog knows that they have to stay on here, they're in work mode, you can start having those things be around them. Dogs in the distance, in place, if they're scared of sounds, utilizing fireworks, having kids be around while they're doing this, because when they're doing this, they have to focus on this, and they're seeing that, so they're learning how to cope with what they're struggling with in a different way. This is more of a healthy, stable, balanced work mode. This is a mode that I want my dogs experiencing their struggles in. I hope that makes sense, and I'm a little sick, so this shows you what Soko's like. We're gonna go ahead and introduce Lucy for the first time. So in the beginning, I'm just gonna try and get her on. It's not a big deal. A little smell, a little curiosity. Remember, she's a fearful dog. She whines for everything. Good girl. Good girl. So we're gonna try and be as gentle as possible. But if I do get a freak, I'm not gonna freak. I'm gonna treat it like, what's the matter with you? Why are you freaking out? This is not a big deal. Come here, Lucy. Good girl. So at this point, this is when we get the initial freak. It's natural, I'm expecting it. So that was what? 10 to 20 seconds of real hardcore freaking out. And now it's already starting to get smooth. So notice what I'm doing with the leash. I'm only giving her what she's giving me. I'm only using it to help guide her. When she's smoother, I'm releasing. So she's realizing, oh, this is all I have to do to shut that pressure off? Not too bad. All you're doing is ask me to walk. I know how to do that. I walk every day. And I'm using my body here. I'm using my my leg, my right leg, as you can see right here, to just kind of keep her from going away. I'm not immediately tying her up to anything. I'm using this. Look, I have 2 fingers on the leash, giving her some guidance to keep her on board, and then letting her experience doing it on her own. But right now, I don't want her to go crazy just yet, but she's done phenomenal for the first time. All you saw was the initial freak. So, slow her down to 2. I'll hit the stop. She doesn't get off, not yet. Hey. Okay. Good girl. And now we're gonna get her some nice water. The water is gonna be her treat. I don't need to give her an entire bag of dog treats for doing that. She did it, she accomplished it. Look, she wants to go back. You wanna go back on there? Get her. Okay, so this is my main man, Bust the Bust. Come here. He freaks out on the leash. We already talked about that. He's a sweet dog. He's really, really coming into his own. We can pet him. I can mess around with his body and stuff. He's getting there, but he's still not 100% used to taking direction. He's making huge strides. We just have to help build his confidence. So getting him through this is gonna create trust, more trust and more of a bond with me, getting him through it all the way until the end. And it's also gonna help to build his confidence. Now keep in mind, my attitude is I'm not gonna start something that I don't intend on finishing. I'm not gonna start something I'm not gonna finish. This is gonna get crazy. I'm already anticipating that, but I'm also ready to finish. So, we're gonna start on 1. So this is winding. This is what we're used to. He's a fearful dog. He's not being hurt. So we're gonna bump it up to 2, just to kind of make it a little more natural for him. I'm gonna put my leg over here, just so that he helps to stay a little bit centered, a little bit balanced here. This is also going to help with teaching him that feeling leash pressure is not something that you whine. Because all I was doing was this and he was whining. And now, that was, 20 seconds of craziness? And sounding like he was dying, which he actually handled much, much better than Lucy did. And now we're already on loose leash. This is the state that I want him in. Alright, so we're going to slow it back down to 2. Good, and then we're gonna stop right here. Now what's important here is he's back in freak mode. The last thing that I wanna do is have him get off of the treadmill like this. So now that we're relaxed, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull him off. Bust it. Good boy, bud. And then what we're gonna do is gonna get him right back on. Good, Bust. Up. Good. Good boy. And because we did it that way, he gets on with ease. He's not freaking out and going crazy. So we expect an initial freak right here, nothing nearly as bad as the start. Look at that. Like he's been doing it for years. Bump it up to 2 right away. We're gonna bump this up to 2.5 because he was doing better at 2.5 than he is now. This is a little bit of an awkward speed for him. So we'll put up with this entire thing. This is okay. The reason I put up with it is so that when we end like this, I can build his confidence and have him realize, dude, even at at your most intense moments, I want you to trust me. Trust what I'm telling you. Trust my structure. I'm gonna get you through it. It's my responsibility. My intentions for what I do are never to hurt you. It's only to show you how to do things, how to succeed in life, basically. And not that he would understand that, but he would know that anything that I tell him to do always ends up like this. So after that freak, if I was to stop, he's not gonna have comfort in me. He's not gonna trust me. He's gonna say, wow, if I was freaking and they decide to stop, maybe I do know better than they do. So I can do that anytime I'm unsure, because I'm definitely unsure with whether they know what they're doing or not. So that's the last thing that I want for him. All right, so we're gonna stop him here. We're gonna bring it down. Actually, it is on 2. We're just gonna stop. Good. I don't want him getting off right there, so I had slight correction. I'm actually gonna unclip him. I'm gonna call him off this way. Come on. Good boy.